Today, I'm breaking down the exact steps you need to take to build massive, fully developed quadriceps. We're diving into the morphological characteristics, the 4 obstacles that stop most people from growing their quads, how to balance your quad development, and how to use pre-exhaustion and post-exhaustion techniques to maximize growth. 1. Let's talk morphological characteristics. Just like any other muscle group, your quad development is heavily influenced by your morphological structure. Morphological factor, femur length. Longer femurs shift the load to the hips and glutes, making it harder to overload the quads. Shorter femurs naturally bias in quad tension. Tibia to femur ratio. If you have a longer tibia relative to your femur, you naturally stay more upright during squats. But we are talking about the same thing. Great for quad bias. If the tibia is shorter, you tilt forward more, reducing quad activation. Let's move on to ankle mobility. Limited dorsiflexion forces your heels to lift or hips to shoot back, unloading the quads, which isn't good. Strong ankle mobility allows deeper knee flexion and more quad tension. Next is pelvis, your pelvic tilt and posterior. An anterior pelvic tilt can dominate the movement with hips. A neutral pelvic tilt improves quad recruitment. Your structure doesn't stop you from building massive quads. It just tells us the technique and exercise selection needed for your body. Next, the 4 obstacles to quad development. These are the 4 problems that stop most people from ever building big quads. Number 1, insufficient knee flexion. If your knees don't travel forward or you don't hit deep flexion, the quad never experiences full mechanical tension. Obstacle number 2, dominant glutes or hips. A lot of people squat like powerlifters, hip dominant, leaning forward, loading the posterior chain instead of the quads. Obstacle number 3, weak VMO activation. The VMO, the teardrop muscle, often lags behind. Poor VMO activation leads to knee instability and weaker quad contraction overall. Obstacle number 4, imbalanced leg dominance. One leg usually takes over. This creates uneven quad development and prevents both quads from reaching full potential. Now, let's move on to balancing your quad development. How we're going to balance the quad development? To balance quad development means training all 4 heads with intention. The rectus femoris, middle hip flexor component. Best with hip flexed movements like leg extensions, sissy squats, high knee split squats. The vastus lateralis, the outer sweep. Best with narrow stance, toes forward. Hack squats, pendulum squat, machine squats. The vastus medialis, the inner teardrop. Best with deep range and heels elevated. Heels elevated squats. Poliquin step-ups, tempo split squats. The 4th is the vastus intermedius, deep squat fibers. These fibers sit under the 3 heads. Best with heavy compound knee extension bias, leg presses, hack squats, and belt squats. So, massive quads require you to train all 4 quad heads, not just squat heavy. Now, let's move on to our pre-exhaustion exercises. So, pre-exhaustion means activating the quads before the heavy compound lifts. This ensures the quads, not the glutes, dominate the movement. Best pre-exhaustion exercises: leg extensions, top squeeze, slow negative, sissy squat, machines or assisted sissy squats, low load pendulum squat warm-ups, Spanish squat holds. Why it works: it wakes up the quads, pumps blood into them, primes the VMO, and increases knee stability before loading heavy. Sets. Post-exhaustion is where you finish the quads with isolation work after heavy sets. Best post-exhaustion exercises: leg extension drop sets. Walking lunges, high rep hack squat or pendulum squats, low tempo split squats. Why it works? You hit the strength work first, then completely fatigue the quads safely with isolation or lighter movements. Putting it together. First, we're going to do pre-exhaustion. We're going to start off with some leg extensions, focus on squeezing the top and controlling the negative. Primary compounds, we're going to do hack squats with feet shoulder width, toes forward for lateralist sweep. High heel elevated back squat. We're going to do that 3 to 8 reps, 12 times. Deep knee flexion for VMO development. Unilateral balance work. Bulgarian split squats. Eliminates the leg dominance and improves symmetry. Then we have our post-exhaust workouts. Walking lunges or leg extensions. Isolation. Now we have our post-exhaustion workouts. Walking lunges or leg extension drop sets. 2 sets to failure. And now that's how you build massive balanced quadriceps. Understand your morphology, fix the 4 obstacles, train each quad head with intent, and use pre-exhaustion and post-exhaustion techniques to maximize both strength and hypertrophy. Your quads will respond fast when you train smart.